Everybody, socalthero here. Welcome back to another video of Microsoft Flight Simulator 2024 and my around the world trip. Today we are here in Seoul, South Korea, and we are going to Tokyo, Japan today. And it is the next day from when I flew last. So it looks like the weather hasn't gotten much better here, so we're gonna hurry along here and get on our way because the weather is getting pretty crappy. Malaysia Airlines, yeah. All right, let's go ahead and climb aboard here onto the aircraft and shut the doors so we don't get struck down by lightning while we're out there. Let's go ahead and get the aircraft fired on and get some air in here as well. And we're going to send the flight plan to the computer. So it's going to be a pretty easy flight to the east. At least I'm expecting it to be. I don't know what this weather, though. It's kind of sketch, but we'll see. Flight level is 29,000 feet today per sim brief. And being that we'll be over Korea most of the time until we hit the ocean and start going towards Japan, there's probably not going to be much to see. So I'm going to go ahead and put that in. We're going to put this in. Flight plan. Is it not in there? Why is it the nav not working? That's all in there. Okay. So flight level control, and we will arm. Oh, it's probably because the aircraft's not on. Get the aircraft turned on, and then it's not even set up over here yet. Getting way ahead of myself here. Oops. Get the aircraft started. That weather looks a bit terrible outside. From what I can tell. Holy cow. Yeah. Getting the aircraft fired up right now. Let me jump out real quick. Okay. I was just making sure I didn't miss that stuff. I did have to modify the time a little bit. It's morning my time. It's about 8:30 in the morning here, and it's midnight in Japan, so gonna have to do a little bit of modified times here, but I did leave the weather on default, so the reason why it's looking as crazy as it is outside. Oh, I didn't mean to put that back on. There we go. I'm gonna go ahead and give the aircraft a little bit of power here. We can start rolling on our way. I couldn't find a spot for smaller aircraft at this airport. I'm assuming that they're not meant to land here. There's probably another one nearby. So I was parked out on a medium parking spot or ramp. And that's the reason why I'm out over here instead of over by the de-icing part. Speaking of that, let's go ahead and turn on those landing lights because this is going to be about where we're gonna be to take off. I made sure I was close to the takeoff runway as well. That's why our taxi is so short here. We're gonna pull right out onto here. And we're gonna get going. I plan to do a lot of flying today, so that's the reason why I'm moving along here with getting out of Seoul, Seoul, South Korea, and heading over to Japan. And I'm going to be checking out Tokyo to see what kind of landmarks they have out there. So I probably won't do any B-roll footage because we're going to try to see what kind of points of interest they have in Tokyo there. Got positive rate, landing gears coming up. Wonder what that, maybe you guys can let me know down in the comments that are more familiar with this. Does anybody know what these are? Why they're arrowed out like that. I've never seen that before, I think. I'm not sure what that means, but it's pretty interesting. Won't getting hit with the marker. And another marker. And I'm going to put flaps away, and autopilot's already on. Get the auto throttle turned on too. I thought it was armed, but maybe not. I was probably doing it a little too quick there. I am expecting some groceries right now. So I'm expecting the delivery here shortly. So that's the reason why I'm kind of like rushing this out the door here and off of the South Korea airport and on our way to Tokyo. That's a pretty cool shot there. I'm gonna grab that one too. What? 2 miles? Oh, traffic. 2 miles somewhere nearby. I did post in my Discord that I'd be flying today, so there might be some traffic around me, and that makes sense about somebody being about 2 miles away. I bet you somebody is jumping in here to fly with me. But anyways, guys, I'm going to let the aircraft do its thing and make the climb out of here and get to 29,000 feet. And then we're going to be on our way shortly after that. Actually, you know what? This departure... Oh, wow, it really goes around. Okay, never mind. We'll just stick to it. We're kind of going out of our way. As you can see on the flight plan here, Tokyo is obviously to the east of us, and it's got me going west, but it's probably just to clear the airport airspace here. Yeah, there's a lot of aircraft around here. So with all that being said, guys, I'm going to go ahead and let the aircraft do its thing, and I'll see you guys when we get closer to Tokyo. Again, not going to do any B-roll footage just because I plan on flying around Tokyo, and hopefully the weather's not as bad as it is in Korea here, and we can see some landmarks and points of interest out there. Alright guys, we are descending into Tokyo here. This is all of Tokyo that I've been flying over here for the last like 20 or 30 minutes here. Flight has been going about as long as it said it was going to be. This originally was at a block time of 2 hours and 50 minutes, and we are at 2 hours and 48 minutes right now. So it is shaping up to be just about how long it says it was going to be here. We're about to hit the runway right now, is our last leg, and there are a few points of interest around here to check out. We will be doing that, but first I need to turn off the autopilot. I need to start to descend a little bit faster here because I don't want to have the same thing happen that happened in South Korea. But yeah, as you can see, we got about 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 points of interest over there, and a 6th one that looks like it's like right by the airport, maybe a bridge or something like that. And 2 more out in the distance there. Yeah, that definitely looks like it's a bridge right in front of me. That'll be pretty cool to check out. I'm going to start slowing down the aircraft just a little bit more because we don't even have landing gear out yet. Still going a little too fast for that. Lead off some of this speed though. There we go. Now we can lower it. Reintroduce some of that speed. And the runway should be in front of us here. Looks like that might be another bridge is what that is. But yeah, we got some, oh, look at that. Tokyo Skytree. That's going to be a crappy picture from here. I'm going to have to get that when I get closer to it with the LODs. But yeah, definitely, that looks like a cathedral maybe over there. There's going to be some things to see. Definitely a bridge, possibly a rainbow bridge over there too. Tokyo Gate Bridge. something way off into the water over there. I probably won't be able to get to that one though. One seems like it'll be a little too far. Trying to see this airport. I still haven't even done that yet. Should be out here in front of me somewhere. Got some more buildings rendering in up in front of us here with the other POIs. I guess we're gonna get to check out this bridge a little early. The Tokyo Gate Bridge, yeah.
Sink rate. Sink rate. Sink rate. Sink
Trying
rate.
to grab a photo of it, but at the same time trying to land. Try to get on this localizer a little bit better. Alright, that puts us on a better line to runway 22 that we're going to be landing on here today. Ugh, all the stutters. There we go. Oh, this must be it right in front of me. I had to guess. That's runway 22. Poppy lights are showing that we are actually, yep, right where we need to be on the glide slope. So first set of flaps are deployed. From the airport charts that I saw, it doesn't look like there's anything on the right-hand side for parking, so it'll mostly just be us on the left-hand side when we touch down here and check out everything in the area. Trying to understand what these are. These maybe they're rocks or something. I don't know. Kind of interesting looking.
500.
Oh, we're a little high. Got some power. I'm sure my ice. Oh, my flaps are not ice. Nice. I actually use full flaps here. A little bit of a bounce on that one. Not a hard bounce, but kind of a little bounce up and down. All right, and it's showing me where to taxi because I still have that on for the points of interest, which is cool. I guess we could follow that. Whoa! Taxiway kind of like dips off. That was interesting. It just takes you to there. Okay, well then I get to make my own parking spot. Wind tower is over there too for point of interest. Okay, keep it going here. Again, it's another international terminal or airport, and they have a bunch of international terminals for when people come to Japan, come to Tokyo. So there's a lot of commercial planes and not a lot for smaller aircraft like mine. I did see there is a cargo terminal, and it's just past this right here. This is obviously the passenger terminal, just from how big it is and all the ramps on it and the commercial aircraft that are on it already. The cargo terminal, if I saw it correctly, is these set of buildings over here where the little dot is, or my cursor. And I know it has some terminals too for like commercial flights, but I figured it'd be the best place to park for our small little aircraft here. As you see, there's more of the terminals, but this one has some ramps out here as well for aircraft just to be parked. Forgot to put my flaps away. Let's put my flaps away. And we are actually going to take this spot right here where I see this number. We're not going to be the right size aircraft, but it is what it is. It's going to be our parking spot. Tokyo International Airport. Perfect. All right, let's go ahead and shut down the aircraft. Let them know it's shutting off here with the lights. Go and put our pins in. I am going to jump out of the sim before I start the next flight, even though I do plan on doing quite a few flights today. If I'm lucky, the last flight I'm doing today is also going to be the last 3-hour flight that or 3-hour plus flight that I'm going to be doing in the around the world trip as well. If not, I'll do it on another day, but yeah. If I do go through with doing all the flights today, it will be the last 3-hour plus flight that I have on my trip here. So let's go ahead and get into the drone camera already, and let's get that speed up like I need to do. And I don't see the Neo eyes anymore. There we go. Had to turn it on. So there is the wind tower. That's the one that's kind of out there that I'm probably not going to be able to get to. We'll just see what it's called. And then there's a few over there in the actual city. That said Kawasaki on it, as in the motorcycle company, I think. And then a lot of these are kind of far and out of the way. So I'm going to try to go over here where it looks like it's more of a downtown area. Where we saw that bridge. That's the bridge over there we saw, right? Yep, Tokyo Gate Bridge. And I'm going to try to see what we can see over here. But I'm obviously going to cut it out because it's a little far away. So I'll see you guys when we get a little bit closer to these. Cutting back in here for you. So we are in the middle of essentially Tokyo here. The airport is way over there, and we already passed the Rainbow Bridge. I took a picture of it. I didn't want to cut in too quickly for you guys, though. But we have this thing called a Minato-ku, I believe is how it's pronounced, at least in English. Probably not the correct way to pronounce it, but it looks pretty cool because it's got the Tokyo Tower right behind it here. But I'm pretty sure I know what this is from photos that you can find online and on social media as well. So we're going to take a picture of that. And I was going to go over there by the Tokyo Skytree, but it's just a little too far out of the way to where I won't be able to get to it without it taking more time. I saw more clustered over here than I did over there, so I thought it'd be better to go to the area where there would be more, even though that looks like it's pretty unique to the area. And then this next one we're going to come up to is the National Diet Building, apparently. To be honest, it looks like City Hall from Los Angeles from here, but take a look and see if it's modeled uniquely to what it is, or if it actually does look like that. I don't know. I'm just thinking because of the top of this tower here, that's what it looks like, because it's taking it from there. No, it's definitely unique. Huh. Go ahead and turn off my stuff so I could take a picture of it here for the good old scrapbook. See if it's got some artwork on it. I was going to see if it had any like lettering on it, but then again, it would probably be in Japanese and I'd have no idea what it was trying to say. I was surprised the airport said Tokyo Airport on it, considering that's not in Japanese and it's in English. What is this? Prudential something. Some sort of business right there. I did see something else too that looked like a business while I was flying over here, and I didn't know what it was as far as the name is concerned, but it looked like the sim tried to capture the same name that is actually used on the building, and they didn't try to like make it lore and copyright and whatnot. And then when I flew over the airport to come over here, I forgot to mention it looks like what happened was they flattened a lot of land, and all of the extra earth that they had, they used it for the airport because it looks really man-made where the runway's concerned, and like before you fall off of it and start heading towards the mainland here of Tokyo, like where we're at right now. Oh, this is cool. It's like a baseball field. That's the National Gymnasium over there, and then there's a few things over there. Check out this baseball field. It's been a while since we saw baseball. It's been mostly been soccer fields or football fields. That's definitely in Japanese. I have no idea what that says, but that looks pretty cool. It's awesome to see the sim rendering it in, and then that looks like a little league park or something. What does it say? That's the gymnasium. I wonder if that's the thing that I thought looked like a church or cathedral. It might not be. Trying to remember the angle I was at when I saw it starting to render in. This might, maybe it is. Kind of looks like the shape I thought it was rendering in when we were that far away from it. It's a unique looking building, that's for sure. Very unique. Kind of has like this sweeping pattern for the roof and comes up at the center. That's pretty neat, actually. It's different. Then what do we got here? Tokyo Metropolitan Government Building. Okay. Tokyo. So like that's probably like this center of the city. This is pretty cool too. This park with this river running through it. Shinjuku Nomura Building. Kampo Japan Building, and Mogaken Koken Tower, I guess. English dialogue, and that's even a stretch. Trying to pronounce these things, it's gonna be tough. Gotta love that the sim captures the architecture though. Like, yeah, my LODs are not the best because I don't have the best graphics card, and this game is very GPU heavy. But you can still tell, like looking at stuff like that, like an old Japanese building design that's not modernized skyscrapers like over here. This is pretty cool though. Speaking of skyscrapers, I was watching the in-flight movie for today was actually the movie Skyscraper, and I hadn't seen that movie in ages. And lo and behold, they were in Hong Kong at this tower called the Pearl. And I was like, wait a second. I remember that. I saw it in the sim when I was in Hong Kong. So I went to go check it out. And sure enough, it's an actual, they took, I can't remember the name of the building when we were there. I'll have to look back at the video, and you guys can too. But they took the name of one tower known as the Pearl Tower, which it did not look anything like it. And they basically, I want to say in the movie, they just stuck it on top of the highest building in Hong Kong to make it the tallest building in the whole theme of the whole movie. And I was like, wait a second. I know that tower, and I know that building, and I know that name. And I was like, I've been there now in the sim, so I know what they look like. And sure enough, oops, I didn't mean to take that one. I meant to turn that off and then take it. Oh, that's pretty cool down there. But yeah, I was like looking at it going, that's pretty cool. I actually have been there now in the sim, and I can kind of see what it looks like. So I would recommend, if I watch, whenever I say there's an in-flight movie, I'm watching it on YouTube. I have a YouTube TV, so I can watch the movies that they release on here. And oh, back to the airport. It's gonna take a second here to render in because I was so far away. There we go. But holy cow, still rendering, still trying. There it goes. And let me get a picture of that just so I know where my photos cut off on this leg and then where they start on the next one. But yeah, I would definitely check that movie out. And then if you check out my episode where we go to Hong Kong, you'll kind of put two and two together. It's kind of cool to see, I must say. But anyways, guys, that's going to do it for this video of Microsoft Flight Simulator 2024. I could go on for a while about that movie and being there in the sim, but I don't want the video to be too long. But let me know down in the comments below what you thought of this one. Our next flight is going to be taking us to Sapporo, Japan, and that will be leg number 100. And that is leg number 100 of 120. So we are getting pretty close to closing out our around the world trip. I'm still going to be exploring through Canada a little bit as I get closer to America, and then I'll hit the Midwest and then slowly make my way back towards California. So I won't be completely on the East Coast when I get into the United States. I'll probably be in the middle there, and then I'll just slowly make my way west and then south into Vegas, and then finally back into Southern California. But anyways, guys, thanks again for watching, and until next time, take care.